I came to LA to make rock and roll. Along the way I had to sell my soul. I made some good friends that make me say I really wanna be in LA. I took the train to get to Beverly, laid some rock and take roll up on 180. Alan and Natasha always make me say I really wanna be in LA.
that shit, burn it, roll that shit, lick that shit, burn it, roll that shit, lick that shit, burn it, roll that shit, lick that shit, burn it.
What's going on, buddy?
I don't know how I feel about that explosion. He did exactly what I asked him, but I think it's a little much.
A little much? Yeah,
Little
maybe
much.
we can revise it then.
Well, cut it down. I just think he needs the video's a little long.
It's a little long. It is a little stretched out.
Watching the whole explosion thing. I kind of just want that sound effect more than
right.
More
I mean,
than
I like the visual with it, but
Yeah,
it's just a little long. It's a little stretched out.
I like to bust his chops right off the bat, just where we get the right tempo going.
Damn right. Happy Friday to you.
Same to you, my friend. How are you? How was your day?
I'm doing well, man.
Happy to see Mrs. the entity here.
Yeah, man. She got back in town today, so that's been nice.
Yeah, no more double duty for you.
That part's going to be extremely nice. Yes, sir.
I have to say you did a great job as Mr. Mom.
Yeah, man. I'll try.
Yeah, I was very impressed.
How's your hand? I know you fucked it up last night, huh?
Yeah, pretty bad. Yeah. It's not well. It still hurts.
Is it your beat off hand?
Yeah. We're in trouble there too.
I mean, usually we're kind of ambidextrous in that manner, though, huh?
No, it's been a long time since I used left hand.
Well, it'll be like all new again,
I guess. So welcome in, everybody. You're in the clouds. I'm the hippie. That is my good buddy Envy the Entity. And this is the show that we have been waiting for.
Yeah, man.
I hope. I don't see
man.
a box down there.
I sent him the link a little bit ago. He asked me for the link, so I sent it over to him.
Sweet.
Told him around 5 o'clock his time. It's just now 5:03.
Yeah, no, I'm not rushing him. Take his time. I like to be able to talk a little bit and tell everybody all about him. So go for it. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so we got was it Jesse Hughes tonight, man?
Jesse
Eagles of Death Metal. Boots Electric, Mr. Boots Electric. Yeah, man. He's gonna be coming on tonight, and we'll be talking all things Eagles of Death Metal, man. Where they started, how they got to where they are, and where they are right now.
And
I've
where
got
they're
questions.
going.
Like I said, I want to know what's up with the U.S. tours, bro. I want to catch them live again.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel a little intimidated right now. I'm a little nervous.
Nonsense.
I'm a little
Nonsense.
nervous. He's a great star. He's a big star.
He is a big star, man.
I know.
I saw him playing at the Viper Room the other night, man, and out in L.A. Yeah, he was playing out in the Viper Room. You know, he goes out as Boots Electric all the time. The full band, though, I'd like to see a U.S. tour. I don't think the last one. I think they played in Vermont in 2016.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you, sweetie? Good to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much. Hi, Fable. Hi, Douglas and Frank and everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Get ready. Get yourselves a seat. Sit down. Get relaxed. We have an amazing show coming for you. Speaking of amazing, she said it just now. Amazing show.
Amazing.
Amazing. Oh, hi, Kelly. How are you? I don't know. I'm nervous with anticipation. You got a new pupper today? She's a pocket pitty. Is that a pit bull that you can fit in your pocket?
What?
A pocket pitty.
Oh, she got a pocket pitty. Yeah, man, I've seen a lot of people are liking those little pocket pits lately, man. They're cool, I guess, but they have a certain look to them. I don't know. It's almost like they're mixed with a basset hound. Oh, yeah, but she's
cute. My goodness.
Is that hers or is that someone else's?
I think
is that just like a stock photo of a fucking pocket pit that Garrett found and he's putting up for us to see what they look like, or is that her pocket pit?
I'm gonna be honest. Today? I think that's hers.
Right on. It's cute.
What's her name?
What's up, Frank? How you doing, buddy? Kelly, hi everyone.
Welcome.
Everyone doing?
Queenie. Hi, Queenie.
Oh yeah, she's a cutie.
Yeah, she is.
Good deal. So yeah, man, what do you have going on today? I haven't really spoke to you guys much today.
Oh, prayers to our friend Lee Hacker.
What the fuck? What happened?
He had a emergency in the family. I'm not going to get
too
far.
I heard about that.
Far into it, but yeah, we got to send prayers to our friend Lee Hacker.
Indeed.
And so, what did I do today? I worked on the radio pretty much all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been going most of the day.
Were there any technical difficulties or fun things to talk about? How was the morning wood this morning?
It wasn't the same without you, I'm gonna say.
Really? I'm sorry, man.
No, I'm just kidding. It was great. It was great. We had a great time.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Usenet can hold his own.
No,
weight,
it was
man.
fun. We had fun. It was good. That was many hours ago. I don't remember yesterday.
Yeah.
Or earlier today. All right, everybody. Well, let's do it. I don't want to wait any longer. You want to wait any longer? He's here.
Yeah, I don't feel like waiting, man.
He's driving though.
He's driving. He's usually driving or riding a bike or skating around L.A.
All right. I want to make sure he's going to be safe.
He's a busy guy. Oh, man, he's used to it, man.
All right. Beaner!
Do your damn job, you bum.
He's in the other room. Everybody, please put your hands together for Jesse Hughes of Eagles of Death Metal. And it says Boots.
Boots Electric.
Yeah, Boots Electric.
Mr. Boots Electric. God damn, that's
Crowd
loud.
goes wild. Hi, how are you?
What's up, brother? Jesse, how have you been, my friend? I've been well.
I've been awesome, dude. I'm just coming back from Arizona where I played a show.
Oh, nice. What did you play a show as Boots Electric?
Yeah, I did a Boots Electric variety hour, essentially. I sing my favorite songs via karaoke.
Nice. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I've been wanting to ask you about that, man. What's up with some U.S. tours with the Eagles of Death Metal?
Well, Josh and I are getting ready to make a new record.
Oh, nice.
And, then that'll give us an opportunity to tour. I just stopped in my hometown of Palm Desert, California, and I'm actually at the park that I used to play at as a child. So
really?
This is definitely a momentous place. I thought it would be the perfect place to stop. See the beautiful lighting behind me?
Yeah,
I do.
You look great.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
What's happening,
Jesse? This is Da.Hippie up here, man. That's Jesse, man.
Hi, Jesse. Nice to meet you. I'm honored.
Boots.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Da.Hippie. Do I refer to you as Da.Hippie?
just hippie is fine. You don't have to
Hippie.
put hippie's fine. The that's my legal name. Duh. It's very nice to meet you. I can't thank you enough for you joining us. I'm nervous. Envy.
Yes, sir.
Talking to your wife and help me.
You know me far too well, my friend.
I see the look staring up like this, like on the show.
What's been good, man? What's been going on?
Well, let's see. I've been busy. I just finished producing the new Mickey Avalon record, which was kind of amazing. Will you hand me one of those joints? And I've been making and writing the new Eagles of Death Metal album, which has been awesome. I moved, and I'm getting ready. My girl is getting ready to come home from the hospital, which is a big deal.
Yes.
And that's the biggest deal. And last night was a show I did. Was the first show I did for what we've created called Tuesday's Army. It's it's the organization to finance her recovery, which is it's taken us 2 years, but she's finally surrounded by doctors who see that she can recover.
Right on, man. I was going to ask you about that eventually, man. How is she doing? I mean, is she going to be able to come home indefinitely?
Within a week and a half, she's going to be home permanently.
Oh man, that's amazing.
It's out of the blue. She started to recognize people. She's starting to track. She's starting to try to speak. She can. She's interacting like really elaborately. Like she. If I ask her to let me clean her ears, she'll turn her head. I mean, it's.
This has been a long journey for you, man.
It's been a long journey, and it's been a year and almost 2 years of every medical professional telling me that this was pointless.
Yeah.
There were doctors swearing to me she would never breathe on her own. She would never eat on her own. She would never do any of these things on her own. And here she is doing it.
That's amazing, man. My friend, I'm so glad to hear that, man.
Yeah,
that is amazing. That is I like I said, I've kept up with the whole situation, man. I know it's been just a tough battle for you, man. But I'm glad you stayed with it and fighting, man, because now look at where you are. She's coming home.
I know this might sound weird, but it's the easiest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
And in the strangest way, yet another demonstration of why she's the love of my life. I'm the best I've ever been because of her. This is the most noble thing I've ever undertaken in my life, and it's the best I'll ever be. It's the sort of thing you can stand before God and be proud of, and it's because of her. That's not a problem for me. It's difficulty. Yes, there have been great difficulty, but I'm happy to report that the great family of rock and rollers that exist around the world really showed up for her. It started with when they wanted me to pull the plug on her at the hospital when she first got hurt. I asked people on my Instagram Live to call in and tell the hospital that make sure they know they have someone special. And thousands of people called in and shut down the phone lines for a minute, which it saved her life. So not only do I have this great, this great sense of gratitude to Tuesday, but now my relationship with the fans has taken a shift that I don't think is common. I don't think you're going to see it in everyday bands, but I love a great amount of people very personally and deeply, and it's a fascinating thing in and of it. I think worthy of a book, maybe.
Yes, I agree, man. I mean, and speaking of armies, I mean, you have an army of your own on Instagram. I mean, you go live all the time on Instagram. For those of you who don't know, you can always go check him out. I mean, man, I love seeing your shows that you guys have streaming on the Instagram page. The stuff you do at home, it's fantastic, man. So, I mean, I believe I've seen it, man. You have a great crowd behind you, man. Fans, beautiful family, people. Everything. Yes, indeed.
Beautiful people. And what a miraculous bizarrety that I would have such a deeply personal connection through the most impersonal medium there is, which is social media. I mean, that's one of the totally side subject. Have you guys ever seen the movie Master and Commander?
Master and Commander.
I can't say that I have. No,
it's a Russell Crowe. It's like an 1840s era Napoleonic naval battle movie.
No.
Yeah?
It's an all-male cast. It's about the Navy, and it's the only movie I've ever seen that isn't gay.
An all-male cast about the Navy that's not gay.
Yeah, miracles.
How is that
do
possible?
happen, my friend.
Right, I was going to say, how is that even a possibility, man?
You have to watch it. You will actually go, not good or bad. I'm just saying, it's interesting that there is no homoerotic content involved in this naval film set in Napoleonic era and with an all-male cast. Fascinating.
Very fascinating. I'm in awe. I'm in shock here. I can't even function. We have to do a commercial.
Let's do it.
Do you mind if we take a couple-minute break and run some commercials, and we'll be right back?
Not at all, brother. Not at all. Take your time.
All right, we got to take a commercial break. You're hanging with Da.Hippie, Envy the Entity, and Jesse from Eagles of Death Metal. I'm freaking the freak out. Run them.
Have you ever pondered cannabis beyond the haze? Would you like to know more about this incredible plant? Dive into drhigh.com. Unlock medical wonders, master home-based crafts, and debunk myths. Do you support our mission? Shop Dr. High AI Haze on Etsy for cannabis-themed clothing, mugs, and digital downloads using original AI cannabis art. Hell, we might even have some psychedelic mushroom items there too. We also have 25 books on cannabis and specific medical conditions available at Dr. High on Amazon.com. drhigh.com, cannabis information, education, and advocacy.
Announcing CBGTV's Bud Break book. Get your copy now. Detailed strain reviews. Every purchase supports the ongoing efforts of CBGTV. Available from Amazon and at cbgtv.com or scan the QR code.
Say bye-bye to bottled water. Holistic Health Water has certified medical-grade water ionizers that make 7 types of water, including healthy alkaline. There's a 5-micron filter that lasts up to a year, and each machine lasts 25 to 30 years. Simply attach to your faucet or install under your sink. Even get a mineral spa unit for your shower. Go to ownyourwater.org to get a free ebook. Plus, pay for any machine in full and get an extra filter free. Change your water and change your life. Ownyourwater.org.
Discover the natural path to wellness at Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
Herbs?
With a passion for holistic health, we are your trusted source for premium herbs and concentrates.
Wait a minute, do they have weed?
Our dedicated team is here to guide you on your wellness journey. Open 7 days a week, 10 to 10, ensuring you have access to what you need when you need it most. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates is located
at pot
2941 Highway 11, Burnt Church, New Brunswick, Canada. If you need assistance anytime,
I need assistance. I need weed.
Just call 506-871-4299. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
Where all the potheads go.
WTHC, we are back. It is 8:18 over here on the East Coast of America. We are hanging with Jesse from Eagles of Death Metal. He's got his Boots Electric name there. Jesse, I took a couple Xanax while I was backstage after we went to commercial. I'm feeling a little better. I want to thank you again so much for being here. I'm kind of new to your music, unfortunately. I mean, how long have you guys been performing as a band?
Eagles of Death
Metal, yeah.
In a professional sense, I guess since 2004. It'll be almost 20 years.
Okay. See, you're another one that I missed. I'm sorry.
See, what I think would be interesting here to land on is what were you doing before you did Eagles of Death Metal?
Okay, well, this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
I worked in politics for a minute. I worked for Sonny Bono for a second. I got married. I had a kid. I was an absolute square. When I got divorced, I weighed about 260 pounds. And I went through a divorce, and it was like I was a werewolf my whole life, but I didn't see my first full moon till I was 35. So that's what it felt like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I get it.
But I was as square as they come. I mean, I lost my virginity to my ex-wife. That's
okay.
That's a true story.
You're going a little too far here, buddy. You don't have to tell everybody all your personal stuff.
Oh, that's if you've seen anything about me, that's as impersonal.
Well, I did.
Oh, he lets it all hang out, man.
I did see a photo. Speaking of letting it all hang out, I saw a photo of you, young man, earlier today. We were showing photos, and you might have been in my favorite pair of shorts and my favorite socks from when I was a kid. I think you borrowed them, and I want them back.
Underoos. Do you remember Underoos?
Oh, yeah, baby. I shit my Underoos numerous of times.
And that commercial, Underoos are fun to wear. That's why I like to wear them everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. I love it. I miss my Underoos. I had Aquaman. I had
the Hulk, Spider-Man.
I had the Hulk and Aquaman for a while there. Yeah, but then I sharded one too many times.
But we now have Underoos in common.
Yeah, we do.
This is beautiful.
We have something in common. I have something in common with Jesse Hughes. So more. I want more. So you. All right. So I heard something about Sonny Bono in politics. Please elaborate if you don't mind.
So when I grew up in Palm Springs, California, and Palm Springs, Palm Desert. At the time I was growing up, especially, the fastest man in the NFL was here. The Lakers did their spring training here. The Angels did their spring training here. Yeah. It was presidents and celebrities all here hanging out
all the time. Yep.
So it puts you in contact with those sort of people. So Sonny Bono ran for mayor, and he became the mayor of Palm Springs after the great.
I remember that.
So I was working for Dorothy Hamill. She would hire Eagle Scouts and Boy Scouts as her personal assistants when she would do Ice Parade shows. So I was working for her.
And Are you an Eagle Scout, sir?
Yes, sir.
My son missed it. The dumbass. I want to kick his ass. He did all 18 years and he didn't get his project done.
What?
Yeah, he's a dumbass. Yeah. I don't mean to cut you off. I want to hear the rest of it.
That's a thing that I've known many scouts to go all that time.
Yep.
I mean, Eagle Project, it does require.
He's a leader now. He's a leader. He stayed on and he's a leader there. And he's working his way up as a leader and all that. But yeah, he was an Eagle Scout. I don't want to interrupt, but we have to do a 420 song. We almost missed it.
What's the 420 song?
I don't
every
know.
hour on the hour, sir.
Yeah, we play a song every hour.
Because I want to talk weed with you guys. I want to talk some of the modern weed world, and I want to talk about some of the things that that I think about some of the modern weed products that we have.
I would love to talk to you. I would love to have you on again. I have a show that we do during the day. I mean, we can talk about that tonight as well, but I have a guy named Dr. High. Him and I do a podcast during the daytime. It would be like 9 a.m. for you, I think, 9 to 11. I don't know if you're up that early. But
I'll sleep when I die. I'm up.
Okay. Well, I would love to have you on sometime and have you come on and talk weed, but we got to do this 420 song.
Do that, Ms. Mary Garrett.
And we'll talk weed for sure. Let's run the song.
Do it.
This is awesome.
Garrett. Beaner.
It's 4:28 now.
It's 4:23, sir. You dropped the ball, Mr. Producer, sir.
Working hard over there. He's working hard. Let's
He is.
watch. It's our boy.
Working hard over there.
Humid haze in a mental daze, down by the swamp where I was raised. Popping cap, sitting back, listening to the guitar play. The shade of blues unknown by a few, it rings inside of my head like they always do. Hype is filled, reality's killed, everything comes in twos. Yeah. on the brain is a habit strain. Smoke Lord, smiling rhyme. Yeah. Known on the plane as Miss Mary Jane. She'll get you every time. Ooh. In the middle between the lines, smoke it rises to the top. I can't breathe, my brain is fried. I guess I'll cough till the lines stop. Humid haze in a mental daze. Down by the swamp where I was raised. I'm popping caps in back. Listening to the song. Lines of the coloring books inside my head. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, I can't remember what the fuck I said. Ooh, but in the middle between the lines, smoke it rises to the top. I can't breathe, my brain is fried. I guess I'll cough till the lines stop. Down by the swamp where I was raised. I'm popping caps in the back, listening to the guitar lady. Yeah, the shade of blues unknown by a few. It rings inside of my head like they always do. Your pipe is filled, reality's cute. Yeah, everything still comes in twos. While everything will fall.
Well, actually, I am the government. Welcome in, everybody. That was our good friend Seed Squatch. He hangs out with us all the time. You can check him out. He's going to be jamming at Cantana Fest this year in August. It's going to
next
be
year.
Next year, yeah, next year. I mean, yeah, well, this year's almost
awesome.
This year's over, man.
Yeah, this year's almost over. A couple weeks. Thank you. Yeah, that's our buddy Seed Squatch. He's amazing. We love him. So now I'm lost again. Fuck, I got high.
Well, so look, you're at the place kind of where it all started, right?
Literally, the place I played my first baseball game is right behind me.
No doubt.
It's the desert's beautiful. We just happened to be coming through on the 10, and I'm like, you know what? This is where I want to speak. This is where I want to have my voice heard.
That's sacred. That's sacred ground for you, man. Is that where you? Is that the town where you met Josh? Where you two became friends?
Literally, this is actually where I physically met Josh for the first time.
Really?
Right behind me is on this field.
And so you guys knew each other, man, for fucking ever, right? Like
1979, since 1979.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question now. You said you were a square. What was Josh doing while you were a square? Was he like a triangle or something on the other side of the block?
The first time I saw him, 79, he was a full head and shoulders taller than everyone. He's always been giant. Guy, huh? So by the
he's
time
like
what, 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah, he's 6'6". So by the time we hit high school, he was like 6'4" and a half. So what he was he could have gone. He had full ride scholarships offered to him in football. I don't know if a lot of people know that. And he was also an academic. So, but what he did in high school was kept people from beating me up.
Yeah, I had one of those too. Yeah, I had one of those, Josh.
Really?
Josh. Yeah.
And Joshua was an interesting character. Truly, almost anyone that went to high school with him, he was the sort of person that the bully would inherently not want to pick on somebody. He had this natural aura of justice. So like if the bully was about to take your lunch money and Josh would turn the corner, he'd go, "Oh, hey, just talking to my pal Jess here. All right,
Yeah,
see you later."
Here's your money I owe you. Here's the money I owe you.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, man.
Wild.
Get out of your way.
Joshua had like, if he was the whale of the school, there would be these grouper fish of the weaker nerds like myself that would, at lunch, you would all, wherever he moved, they would stay in close proximity.
Just follow him around like those fish that follow the shark around and feed after him.
But
so
those are rare people. Those are rare people that are like that. He could be, he was so big, he could be a bully. Nobody ever told him no. And for some reason, he wasn't.
He was the anti-bully.
Yeah, he hates bullies. He hates
it. Man. That's awesome, dude. I mean, he's always come across as like a super kind guy. The stories I've heard you tell of him, man, I mean, it just kind of solidifies that. So, but what was he doing? Like, when did Queens come out, man? Queens of the Stone Age came out what year?
So, Queens of the Stone Age actually started after Eagles of Death Metal. So, Queens of the Stone Age started 98. And interesting side note, Queens of the Stone Age is an old Palm Springs gay community term. It means like an old fag. It basically literally means like, oh, don't invite them. They don't even, they're like into Liberace. They are Queens of the Stone Age. They don't even know who Bowie is. And Chris Goss called them Queens of the Stone Age one. So that's how the name came about. But there was Caius, then there was Queens of the Stone Age. I guess you would say like 98.
Yeah.
And nobody was doing that sort of music at the time. Especially.
Oh, yeah, man. And they've really brought to light that desert rock, that desert rave vibe, man. Love it, dude.
That's why I became a classic rock guy, and I stopped because I didn't know people like you were putting shit out. I kind of gave up after the grunge era. I was like, oh man, there's nothing. Metallica turned.
Truly, I would agree with you wholeheartedly, and really because we were in the desert, we got trapped in our little classic rock obsession. And then, you know, we got bored and we wanted to do it ourselves. And this is what came out of it. I've never tried to pretend like we don't reinvent the wheel here. We just really love it.
Yeah. And you've enhanced it in a lot of ways, though, man. I mean, that open G tuning, I think, is like, of course, the Stones use it all the time. I think what you guys have done with it, though, man, it's just enhanced it. It's made it more fun for me. Maybe it's just the generation I came up in, you know?
Well, I also, you know, Keith Richards only plays with 5 strings. I'm a Rolling Stones fanatic, you know. And that's why he's called the laziest guitarist in rock.
First concert I ever went to, Steel's Wheels.
Oh, dude, that was a great tour, man.
Yeah, I seen him at Shea Stadium. Yeah, it was awesome.
That was a great tour, dude. Was that when Living Colour was opening up for them?
Yeah, you're right. Now that you say that, yeah, it was Living Colour. Holy shit, I forgot. I saw a Living Colour, everybody. I forgot to tell you.
That was their first tour. I saw that tour. That tour was amazing.
Yeah, I seen them in Shea Stadium. It was an amazing show. It was my first concert I mean, besides like local club bands and stuff like that. But you know, that was my first real concert, Shea Stadium. I got
That's awesome, dude.
It was all right, but I got busted. All my friends had been to concerts before. I always hung out with guys older than me, and so I was like 16 or 17. And we hopped the wall, and at Shea Stadium, it's not just a wall; it's a kind of a drop.
Yeah.
So we dropped, and everybody took off scattering, and I was like,
oh, dude.
And I kind of found a seat and sat down real quick, and the guy was tapping me on the shoulder, and he was like, "Yeah, I saw that," and he was like, "Do you want to go back up over the wall, or do you want to leave?" And I was like, "Wall." And he was like, fuck. And some guys, I was much skinnier than I am now, but some people up there, you know, helped me. A couple other people helped me, and it was a big spectacle. Yeah, it was great. And I got back up, and then I kind of hid up in the last row of the stadium by myself and watched the show and got high with
part of the show.
I was part of the show. Everybody was laughing and joking and look at the fact
that was my first concert.
Yeah, it was a fun time. My friends laughed, and they all got down to like close to the stage, and I was sitting in the last row of the stadium with my head between my legs. Yeah, it was a rough night that night.
My first show was Kiss Destroyer in 1976.
Nice. Wow. I was a little young in 76. I mean, unless
great night with my dad.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say unless you went with your parents, because I don't think you're much older than me. I would think.
No, my dad was in a couple rock. You know, he was in incarnations of Marshall Tucker. He was a musician himself, and
nice.
My very early years, I spent a lot of time around music, and then my parents divorced, and my mom became like a Calvinist Baptist. So we went from the extreme of rock and roll to the extreme of puritanical life.
Yeah.
Is that when you were? I know you were from South Carolina originally.
I'm from South Carolina. Yeah, that's when I lived in South Carolina.
She's gonna get the devil out of you, man. She was like, "We're getting away from this guy, and we are going to get you to some help."
Brother, that's exactly what it was. It was literally like, I'm going to be
you're going to go
South
find
Carolina,
Jesus,
we moved
boy.
to Palm Springs, like physically the opposite side of the world.
Yeah. She said, "You're going to find Jesus somewhere. We're going."
I found him. And
in rock and roll
music, I'll tell you right now, the music that I got out of going to church like that, though, is I understand where Little Richard comes from, and that's a phenomenal insight.
Yeah,
for sure, man. It does. It can open your eyes. I mean, as long as you can take something away from it, I think that broadens your perspective.
The Lord
man.
loves the sinner, so when you're sinning, He loves you.
He loves you.
If you look at it in a way.
Yeah, man. Damn right. So back to just real quick, man. I just kind of want to touch on this again. So you were square, and Josh was out there, kind of like finding his footing, and then you guys end up starting a band together, lifelong friends, man. How was that, starting a band with your best friend that you've known for?
Joshua was one of those prolific, like far-sighted people. So from the time I was about 18, he was
get hit by a car.
No, I'll never get hit by a car. He was constantly saying to me, "You should be in a band, dude," and I'd be like, "That's ridiculous." But he always kept it in the back of his head. And when my marriage started to crumble, he also
that to help you.
I have to say, he's one of the most alert and sensitive friends I've ever had in my life. One of the most proactive. So when that started to happen, he came to me literally like, "Let's try something else, dude." And he literally drove me to Hollywood in my mother's car and gave me the most inspired talk of set of rules of how to conduct myself in the music business, because he was so worried at what the music business was going to do to me that by the time we got there, we recorded that first record in 3 days, and here I am.
That was the Peace, Love, Death Metal album.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. And so you had come to him with a couple of songs first, right? We're like, "Hey, man, check these out," and he was like, "Holy shit, dude."
I'm going to tell you the absolute truth. This is literally how it happened. But I was going through a divorce. I was bitter, and Joshua was calling me to check in on me, and I got into this tirade one night of like, "What you do is bullshit." Like, I was mad at the world, so I was attacking him and like, you sing, you dance, you don't do shit. Anybody can write a fucking song. And he was like, "Oh yeah, anybody can write a song," and he was getting mad at me, and I'm like, "Yeah, anybody can write a song." And he's like, "Okay, well, let's see you do it." So after that talk, I had a program called Cool Edit Pro 2.0, and I wanted to see what it was like to record. So I wrote Kiss the Devil, Flames Go Higher, just as an experiment with chords, and I Only Want You. And he showed up at my house after a tour with Metallica, and he saw my computer and I had the program up, and he's like, "What are you doing with music?" And I went, "Oh, I remembered our talk." And I was like, "Oh, I just wanted to prove to you something." So when he hit play, he was like, "Get the fuck out of here." I wrote that whole first album in a week.
Wow.
Truly. On a Tiesco Del Rey that I bought for $60.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
So, there's no rules. There's no rules, and you really can restart your whole life if you want to.
Absolutely.
If you have the will.
You can, dude.
Yeah,
fuck yeah, man. That's what I say. There's no rules, man. Nobody can tell you how to do what you want to do and what you feel is going to be the best path for you. So you're damn right about that, man.
Right. It's all about quality of your life. Now let's talk a weed. What did you want to talk about?
Okay, so we on this drive, it was kind of interesting. We were like, "Oh my God, we ran out of weed," so we went to Weed Maps, and we were about to pass through Quartzsite, so we stopped at a cool weed shop there. But I've noticed that I'm starting to smoke the pre-rolls that are enhanced, if you will. like the Jeters. Like let's say let's look at the Jeter as the model of this type of smoking experience.
Mm-hmm.
But what's happening is that as I continue to smoke, because I'm a daily smoker, my high is, I don't want to lose the quality of high, because I'm noticing when it's got the keef and it's got the whatever, I'll get high quickly, but then it doesn't last as long. And it takes more to get me high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you get the enhanced ones. What are they enhanced with?
It'll be like rolled in keef and then rolled in shatter,
like
or
dipped in the goo.
Yeah, so what we're looking at is ultimately it's a joint that's at like normally between 50 to 60% THC rate.
Wow. Have you had the little donuts yet?
What are those?
It's got like the wax and stuff inside, and I don't really understand it, Jesse. I got to be honest. My brother-in-law brought one down for my other brother's wedding, and he put it in the joint, man. I don't know. It was a little ceramic dish. I don't really know, man. I don't really understand it.
Is it preloaded?
Yeah, it's preloaded. It got us blazed, man. It got us so super blazed. I've never had anything like that, but it was pretty interesting,
14,
man.
14 or 15 years ago, when the concentrates first started to get popular, you know, like the stuff that would freeze and break like glass, it would be brown in the freezer. But we were on tour with Joan Jett, and Brian O'Connor and I, our bass player, we had, I mean, I'm telling you, like a thimbles full of the shit, and we stayed so blazed for a week and a half. I want to get that again. That's the dragon I'll chase.
Yeah, man, those are hard to come by these days, man. I mean, now you have so many different strains by so many different growers, and the potency
all so beefed up in the THC volume. And I'm wondering, and I don't know what you guys think about this, but maybe the hyper focus on the THC content has undermined the quality of the smoke to a certain degree.
Well, it has. This is why I go after like 18 to 22% is my happy spot.
Yeah,
because you're missing the terpenes. If you go too high on the THC, you're losing out on the terpenes. And if you have, too low a THC, you have too many terpenes. It's not doing any good either, man. A nice balance, man.
What do you think?
Is the perfect way.
Well, I think that well, first I need to know where I mean, do you have a medical card? Are you using a medical?
No, I'm in California, Arizona, Nevada. They've all recreationally legalized it.
Me personally, it all matters. Like as a medical patient, I would always feel safer going to a medical place. As a recreational place, they have the ability to do whatever they want, basically. I mean, so you don't really know what they're using when they're
so that's what I wanted to ask you. So in reality, the recreational places, I mean, are there statistics?
They're regulated. They're regulated.
But is there a relative gray area of what their numbers mean?
Yes.
Yeah, well, we've found discrepancies in numbers when we've done our shows with people and their bottles. Like they're already up in the numbers and saying that they're higher, but the strain is known to be only this and this, between this and this. And then all of a sudden we found a strain that was in the 29 area. Meanwhile, it was only supposed to be like 19 was the highest. So we called them and we called them out on it, and they tried to explain their way out of it.
But man, that's capitalism, man. They're out there putting the market out there, right? And they're marking it up, creating the demand. People will pay $20 more for that eighth. It's the same shit as the other ones.
True capitalism requires a moral component. True capitalism,
it does.
To be honest,
we have never experienced true capitalism, man. Never. Sorry, I think my mic just went really loud on us.
Whenever someone's beefing up or exaggerating what they are, that's propaganda. And they've crossed. That's why I like to let the product speak for itself.
What it is that once they make it recreational in a state, like let's use Ohio as an example, and I'm no pro. Dr. High is the pro. I'm just a stoner I'm just a physician's assistant right now. I haven't learned it all.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm a PA in weed. So from what I get, like once Ohio just became legal this week. Congratulations to Ohio. Woo woo. So now they're going to have like all these places are going to try to open. And once you start to open all these places, they're going to try to keep up with the demand. The demand is going to become very big. And then the quality drops because they're not able to keep up with what they're trying to produce. So then
Right.
you're getting there. You know what I mean? They're not going through the proper procedure.
Well, especially because there's a harvest element to this. It requires a growth time, and then when you try to accelerate that,
They're going to try to accelerate it. They're going to try to do things. I'm not saying Ohio. I'm not saying, I don't know anybody in general, but that's what I feel like, like once, so you want to know your grower. That's what I've always felt like. You need to know who you're getting your stuff from, whether it's a dispensary or whether it's somebody that you want to know who's taking care of it, because you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. Like,
see, this is the problem that Colorado had, man. Colorado had such a huge demand all of a sudden, and they didn't have the supply, so they had to hurry up and get the supply. So they did a bunch of auto grow shit and put it out there while it was still curing. It was out in the bottles while it was curing.
Right, and then you're getting the molds, and you're getting stuff. And it's so there's a lot of stuff.
Which is the worst time you want to have a presentation like that is in a growth spurt in a market that's just developing and just opening, right when you're getting new customers and their first experience is mold or
but you know what the thing is that half of us wouldn't even recognize it, and I don't know about you, but my whole childhood I smoked from 13 till it became, I'm still smoking, but but I never knew what strain I had. I never knew what it was. I just smoked whatever the hell they gave me. In fact, I smoked too much stuff and got myself into trouble. But, like now you have the ability, you just want to find what you like and then write it down and then, keep it and then just try to keep in that. Follow your terpenes is very important. So like,
it is.
If you find something that you like, you want to get that terpene profile. And like, if you're not getting a terpene profile on your package, or if they're not telling you what you're finding, then put it back. That's not a place you want to go. If they're not willing to share the information that you need to know, whether it's medical or not, you should be able to know what's in it, whether it's making you sleepy. I can't handle a sativa. So back in the day, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was on the verge of quitting weed. Because I was getting sativas all the time and I was having anxiety attacks and freaking the freak out. And now I know not to touch things, those, because of, it makes me freak out. So now I'm an indica guy, and I've learned to find my indicas that I like, the strains that I find that are good for me. But like, if you're getting it from like a gas station or, like one of them head shops, and they got, no offense to any head shops, especially if you're legal in your state, but some of that stuff I'm not a big fan of, some of the stuff that they sell, because I feel like, and I don't want to say anything bad about Delta 8 or Delta 10, but I feel like that's
but Delta 8 is shit, man. I mean,
it's total shit. It's hemp with a manipulation to make it get you a little buzz.
It's spice. It's just like that spice shit from back in the day.
Right, and I don't like to talk bad because people sell that stuff and whatever. It worked for me when I was out of weed and I needed to go to the end of the block.
It's gross, dude. It's gross.
It is, and I don't recommend anybody touch it. But
it's the most artificial abomination that you can. I mean, really, if you think about it, it's literally where the word abomination actually is. It works.
I agree. But it did what it had to do. It helped us get to this point. I mean, all of a sudden it started popping up in all these stores that the Farm Bill Act, and then they were like, wait a minute, we can take advantage of this. And now things are starting to move along more and more in different directions, depending on where you are and what state.
Right.
Some states may never get it by the looks of it. I don't know, but
yeah, that's why I left. That's why I left Memphis, man. Tennessee is never going to get on the board, man. They're never going to get on the board.
Somebody has recommended for Tuesday's use. It's hey KP, what's that THC extract that was sent to me to be used on Tuesday?
I see you, Garrett.
I want to know.
CBN, but maybe.
Yes, it might be that.
CBN.
What? Just
RSO.
What is the relative reality of those? I mean, do those things actually help? Is there?
Yes,
absolutely.
This was one that you're supposed to apply like 3 drops.
Yes, it sounds like CBN.
Yeah. We can talk about that when we get back. We got to run another commercial, unfortunately, but we'll be right back. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. Remember that. Yes, remember that. Jesse, because I got ERS. I already forgot.
I typed it into chat, so I'll remember now.
Run it. Badger Heart Puppetry. Badger Heart Puppetry. Badger Heart Puppetry. If you need some kick-ass puppets, contact Forge at 1-636-234-1535. He has all your puppet needs. He can fix puppets, build puppets, custom-made puppets. He has puppets off the rack for cheap prices. Contact Forge today at 1-636-234-1535 or on TikTok or Facebook at Badger Heart Puppetry. He also makes LARPing items too.
Are you in the Ellensville or Middletown, New York area? Revamp your space with Collins Paints Ltd. Ugly walls? Let Collins Paints Ltd. add a splash of color to your world. Collins Painting is a veteran-owned and operated business. They can transform your space to whatever your heart desires. Say goodbye to the boring beige and hello to possibilities of bright and vibrant colors. The Collins Painting team are a group of skilled professional painters who will turn your vision into reality. Call Collins Paint Ltd. today to get a fast and easy quote. Available Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call them at 845-869-8176.
Hey, Mrs. Hippie, why don't we take a ride to Dauphin, PA today?
Dauphin? What's in Dauphin?
Bella's Badass Crystals.
Oh, but I thought you hang out with them on Facebook and on TikTok.
That's only on Mondays, Tuesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Today I want to go there and pick up all my great finds.
That sounds like a great road trip. That's Bella's Badass Crystals on TikTok and Facebook, but you can also find them on the top of the mountain in Dauphin, PA.
They are badass.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you looking to have some crocheted made by hand stuff like your Grammy used to do for you? Then you need to check out You Have Me Hooked 23 on Etsy and TikTok. Vern can do what you need. She crochets hats, she crochets animals, everything, anything you may need. She also makes vinyl stickers, banners for your business. Anything that you might want that she can do, she can definitely do it for you. Want an I Hate My Ex sticker? She's got you covered. Anything, and I mean anything that you may need. She has cheap and reasonable prices. Check her out. You Have Me Hooked 23 on Etsy and TikTok.
WTHC, good evening, everybody. We are back. You're hanging in the clouds. It has been a fantastic show. We have the privilege and the honor of having Boots here with us. Jesse Hughes.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Beaner.
Hello. We had the privilege of having Jesse Hughes here. It's been a great show. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. And no, I'm just kidding. Welcome in, Coy. How are you? Jesse's having some issues.
Yeah, Coy, Wally G, Seed Squatch. Katie, what's going on?
I'll bring him up. Can you hear us?
Hey.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
We're back hanging, and we were having a little technical issues, but
I have the app now, dude. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, the app is way better, man. Yes, there you are. Yes, you're not small and tiny anymore.
Yeah, dude. Now I got the app, dude. I'm in business, baby.
Sweet.
Sweet.
So we were talking about CBN real quick. So CBN in conjunction with CBD, all right, it can help with like neurological disorders. It can help like protect the cells, delay like the oxidative process that happens with the cells, man. So it can slow it down and it allows more time for like proper treatment. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can I ask, what are we using it for, or is that too
personal?
Well,
so my girl's injuries led her to be immobile for so long that, and she at one of the facilities she was at, they allowed her to get dehydrated, so she's locked up. And we're trying to open up her arms and her mobility and stimulate, healing, stimulate cell regeneration, stimulate a variety of things. So I like to use things if they work, and I just want to know the reliability of them. You know what I mean? So, like as far as like using the massage oils with THC related products, are there actually versions that are good? Or
absolutely. Absolutely,
And
there are.
none of them are going to hurt her, man.
Nothing's gonna, nothing will ever hurt her with the THC in any way except for inhaling it. And there's ways you can take it without inhaling it.
And if that's where we're starting as our base, then which are the best ones? Because might as well.
I would love to have you on with Dr. High and let him.
I would love that.
To have him talk to you guys, and he can help you 100%. I'm not the professional with that.
And maybe just the questions I might have from my girl would be an incredible opportunity to reveal the different ways that these things can be used.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's millions of ways, including up the butt if we needed to, like
booty bumping. Oh my God.
Boofing it. We call it boofing it now. Yeah. And you can boof it, you can smoke it, you can eat it.
We call it booty bumping, dude.
All right. Yeah, man. I'll call it.
You can buy devices here in California now that assist you in a regulated booty bump.
All right. Don't say that too loud. I'm trying to convince some of the women of WTHC to boof me. So a booty bump me. Don't tell them that there's a device out there that could do it. You didn't hear that, girls. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, there's so much that he can help you with, starting right from like you're working with the pain and anything like that to helping with everything. I mean, CBD is definitely going to be something that you want to add to everything.
Yeah, our first focus is going to be on stretching her out and just massaging her. So yeah, I want CBD, things that'll help relax her muscles.
It'll relax her, man. CBN oil. I'm telling you, man, that's what it does. It relaxes everything, man. Give her a nice massage on her like joints and like tight muscles, man. It'll relax them, man, enough to be able to at least comfortably be able to do her physical therapy, man.
Awesome.
And you can get it in LA because that's where my brother gets it, and he gets some really nice.
Somebody sent me a care package with 4 of the vials. They're like concentrated. It's like and before I really got into it, I'm really grateful for just this is so fortuitous to be here with you guys.
Oh,
right now.
Absolutely, and I can't wait to help you because, like I said, Monday. I mean, if you're available as early as Monday, we could probably set you up for a sit down with us for 2 hours, and we'll talk.
I'm here.
All right, Monday. I guess we're on at noon. So 12, 11, 10, 9 a.m. for you guys.
Yeah, that's perfect. Anything about Tuesday is front and center.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, 9 a.m. we have Garrett write that down and start. Can we spread the word, or would you want to keep it on the down low?
No, please. I would love that. This is something that's about getting knowledge, And
but it's also HIPAA, and I don't want to, I don't want to break HIPAA and that kind of stuff.
No,
just gonna say Jesse from Eagles of Health Metal.
Death Metal.
Health Metal. Death Metal. Eagles of Death Metal is coming back to join Dr. High and I. That's all. We'll just blow it up that way, and then we'll talk weed, and he'll be able to help you. Absolutely. He was supposed to tune in. But I'm going to give him hell for not tuning in because if he was here, I would just pull him up right now.
Right.
But he's probably in bed. He goes to bed early. He's a sleeper.
He's Canadian.
He gets up early.
I get it.
Yeah.
He's highly Canadian. I get it.
You have a lot of Canadian friends here. Stop it.
I love
Canadians.
It's one of my all-time favorite artists. I love Canada.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, man. Canada's awesome, dude. It is.
A hockey fan.
Everywhere in the world's awesome, man. You've got like a really a strong following and a strong connection to France, man, which I think is amazing. That I mean, out of the tragic incident, man, you've been able to really connect and love with these people over in this other country, man. I mean, and I see you guys keep pounding it, keep playing it.
You're hitting the nail on the head. I'm very proud of a lot of what came out of that because it's like the right way to do it.
Yeah.
And the amount of love and the amount of healing that was made possible by how everyone conducted themselves going forward is nothing short of miraculous. You know what I mean? For all intents and purposes, I should never have taken the stage again. I never wanted to take the stage again.
I don't want to cut you off, but I don't know how you've done it. It's amazing that you can.
I owe a lot of gratitude to you too. They brought us on stage so quickly, but
did you hear that? He owes it to us.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
But I always looked at it like we all did it together. Like I was never going to let the bad guys win. And so even now, there's a bounty on my head by the Muslim Brotherhood. Like there's still almost like a 900,000 euro bounty on my head, which to me is like winning an award. You know what I mean?
Man.
That's like a badge of honor. And once I looked at it like that, when I was, when we first went back and played in France, I was doing interviews where people were saying, "Oh, it's so brave of you to come back," but it was immediately not lost on me that I had security. I was but the bravery was all those kids that showed up, that got on the metro alone, that came in the dark through the subway to come to this show to support me, and that was brave. And because it was we played to 5,000 people a month later, and the original show was 2,500. So that tells you that everyone came back. That was such an impactful moment. Like, I'm so grateful that my mother raised me in such a way that I was not blind to the magnitude of what was being displayed to me by a group of people in a singular way, if that even makes sense.
No, absolutely makes sense, man. And I think it's just amazing overall, man. I go to your live still, obviously, man, and I see everybody. They're speaking French, and you've learned how to. You speak French, and
Je parle un petit peu français. I actually love the country, and I'll tell you, man. When that attack happened, Obama was president, and he was actually in France, and he made us the first victims of a terrorist attack to not be called by the president. He was there for that. We felt so alone in the most bizarre way. And the French president called me and said, "You are French for here and forever now." He gave us this crazy speech. And from that point forward, we had Secret Service protection, and the French enveloped us. And I feel French. I truly do. As the result of this, they adopted me. You know what I mean? Like they didn't let me down, man. And it's
amazing.
It's very gratefully you don't come into contact with these situations, obviously. But when you do, if you have, in my opinion, the right tools and the right resources, you don't have to have PTSD. You can actually come out of it enriched. And I know that might seem odd, but no matter how horrible it got that night, I'll tell you the truth. I don't see any of what the bad happened. I only see like when people jumped up and jumped in front of bullets for the people they loved. That's the greatest example of love that there is. And I saw it 3 times that night. That's what happened that night. And once I was able to understand that beautiful things can also be terrible, that's just a hard reality. And that it doesn't matter what you want. It only is going to matter what happens. And you're only going to have how you're going to conduct yourself. The bad guys didn't win. They just gave me an opportunity to see the greatest examples of love that can exist, and the greatest demonstration of what happens when people unify over a common good cause. That's not common that you get to do that, and I'm grateful for it.
Wow. Yeah, man. You're right. It could have defeated you. It would defeat most people, man. You're right. Absolutely. But man, the way you have risen to the occasion and embraced it, and basically, like you just said, man, no, you can't win, man. You win in this situation. You win. All the people win.
We loved. If we had changed our way of life one bit, they would have won something. They would have taken it from us.
Right.
Absolutely. And it wouldn't have been ours anymore. Music is a very big part of our lives. We all know this. We identified time frames of our life by songs. We identified girlfriends and I mean, dude, think about it. We soundtrack and we almost inventory our memories by music.
Not me.
You're absolutely.
I gave all my girlfriends the same song, so this way I never. In fact, my current wife has got the same song as my first girlfriend in 1984. It was Bryan Adams' "Heaven," and I just kept it that, and it's been the same ever since. I don't get.
They fall for it every time.
I don't get in trouble that way, but I get what you're saying. Go ahead. Sorry, sir.
No. But so if we had allowed anything like, any of the songs we were playing to suddenly not be able to be played, because then they would have taken something from us.
Yep.
And so I realized that the only way we were going to get back to it. And suddenly I also realized that we had an audience looking at exactly everything we were going to do. So I didn't want to let anyone down. And putting as many shows between us and that event was what I felt like I had to do. I had to do that for every member of the band too, so that we could walk away from it instead of echoing through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Absolutely. And I'm glad you did. And I'm glad to hear that you guys are writing a new album, man. That's amazing.
You know, it can be summed up in this: stay horny.
Stay horny. That's right, man.
I shit you not, man. That is the key. I stayed horny.
You hear that, little guy?
Stay horny.
He just recently got his new edition for himself.
Yeah.
He's staying horny now.
Yeah, I'm horny all the time now.
Awesome.
I just purchased a new a member just recently. I, for a very long time, it was a mystery what was going down out here, and now it's clear to me. And I am a boy. Anyway, I need to ask you a serious question because Facebook is a bunch of jerks. Will you give me permission to play a couple of your songs?
Of course.
On the air tonight?
Of course, absolutely.
I really appreciate.
We play them anyway, but playing them tonight, man, Facebook will snatch us
brother,
down.
I hereby give you my official permission to play the songs.
Thank you very much, Facebook. You jerks, you hear that? All right,
dude. You know what? When I'm singing on my Instagram Live, some of the only times I've ever been stopped for copyright is when I'm doing my own songs.
I get
Talk about the irony.
That's another thing I was gonna touch on, man. You do karaoke like quite often, man. What is your favorite song to do? I hear you repeat a lot of songs over and over, you know.
Hey, before you answer that, let me tell you something, sir. Like I said, I have only recently become since Envy and I became friends. Unfortunately, I wish I would have known about you prior. I mean, I heard of the incident, but I don't follow the news. I try to stay away from that nonsense, the lies, the bullshit. Anyway, I was going through today just making sure I heard, and some of the fucking songs, some of the remakes, I absolutely love. Abracadabra, man. That is better than the original by far. The young lady, every time she sings, she scares the shit out of me because
it's awesome, isn't it?
It scares me, but it's fucking amazing. It's amazing.
You know who that is? Have you ever seen the Saw movies? That's Shawnee Smith. From all the Saw movies and the show Becker.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
the one with Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Man, I fucking love that.
Brother,
Careless
Whisperer. Thank you,
dude. Yeah. So he's just now kind of getting turned on to you guys, right?
Oh,
and
yeah. No,
we were going through all the material. Like the other night, we were going through all the material, and I heard you mention. You said Chris is playing bass for you guys. But what happened to Jenny V?
Oh no, Jenny V is playing bass for us.
Okay.
But I do several. I'm always performing. So
man, let me tell you, all the guys got worked up last night, man.
No, Jenny V is irreplaceable, and now we have Leah Bluestein on drums, so we have an entirely female rhythm section.
Awesome, man. That's
we were
amazing.
Talking about that earlier, and I'm saying no. I was looking at the picture. There's only one young lady, and then somebody else was like, "I would beg to differ. I think there's more than one young lady in the band."
I've always modeled the Eagles of Death Metal. I've always looked at it like it's the special forces of rock. It's not trying to do anything different. It's just trying to make Little Richard proud. So I always look at it like you may have to do your duty with Eagles of Death Metal. So the membership will. And then, the real reason is because I knew that people were going to pay so much attention to Joshua that I had to blur the drummer situation with as many members as possible to obscure him. So that they look at me and just.
You guys had Ween's drummer for a while, right? Claude Coleman was drumming with you guys.
Samantha Maloney, Joey Castillo, Jorma. I mean, we've had Jeff Friedel, so many different amazing.
Yeah, I've had a cool rotating lineup over the years, man.
Josh
I kept up with it.
Even played for us. Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had so many drummers, but that's a way to sort of also demonstrate that Joshua and I are a studio band, and we make everything. And then there's a performance element. Again, it's almost like a military unit. I always wanted it to be more like Ringling Brothers. That circus lasted for 100 years, long after the Ringling Brothers died.
Yeah.
Because I want someday I'm going to be auditioning the new Jesse Hughes. like who will take the mustache this year? So that like I have this vision like in 100 years, who will take the mustache this year? You know what I mean?
I'm trying out right now. Abracadabra, cadabra.
The other I was laughing earlier, man, and you were telling a serious story, and I was like, fuck, I don't want him to think I was laughing at that. Our buddy Mike Usnick was just commenting, saying, man, I love his flavor saver, man. It's just it's definitely one of a kind. It's like a centerpiece of, man, all of your art, all of you guys' art that's got the stash in it, man. I love the stash,
necessary,
dude.
man.
It
It's
is
like
necessary.
a soft boomerang of love.
I agree. Yeah.
So look, I do see over here they were wanting to play the Abracadabra remake you guys did. If you don't mind, man.
I don't
We love
mind
to
at
play
all.
music in the mix of the show. So yeah, Garrett's got it queued up. Let's rock it out, man. Let everybody hear what's going on.
Facebook, shut it.
Hush.
I can't cool down. Got me spinning
I love it.
round and round, round and round,
So good.
and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Every time you call my name, I heat up like a burning flame, full of desire. Kiss me, baby, let the fire get higher.
Yeah, her voice.
Oh,
Melting.
Abracadabra. You make me hot, you make me sigh. You make me laugh, you make me cry. Keep me burning.
Yeah, she made it. Her voice made it.
Yeah, man. So good.
oh, look, her voice. She got me a hard on.
Amazing.
You gotta put it away. Hold on. Put me down.
Amazing.
I see magic in your eyes. I hear the magic in your sighs.
I think I'm better.
When I think I'm gonna get away.
Spell that C. Alice in your coffee.
Words that you always say.
Without the old man knowing.
Oh, I want to reach out.
Yeah, she really that was a defining moment.
Man.
Is this the young lady that was laying on the floor in that one photo?
No.
Oh, all right.
That was Jenny V, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, she had all the guys drooling last night. Is she gonna be on the show too?
Could be.
I fucking love this song, man.
The solo that's in the original version is so hard. Like, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try. Let it ride.
Stuffing, little purple.
I can't go down.
Man.
Situation goes. I can't go down. My situation goes. I can't go down. My situation
I fucking love it.
So good,
I
man.
love you guys. So you
Dude,
know
that's on the best songs we never wrote, right?
Yeah.
That's the name of the album. And man, there's so many good cover songs on that album, man.
Oh my god.
I mean,
and
listen.
The cover is a bronze record for selling records in the 10s.
I need it. I gotta get all the songs because I think I got 2 or 3 from that album.
I'll send you guys some vinyl hard copies of it.
Oh, that would be fucking amazing. Oh my god.
Giving more away. You gave more away than you sold? Isn't that
totally.
Right on, man. Yeah, the Careless Whisper rendition, man, is really, really nice too, man.
Yeah, that one.
The whole album. I'm hard pressed, Jesse. I told you this back in the day, man. I'm hard pressed to find a song from you guys that I just like don't like, man. I can typically start one of your albums at the beginning and let it play through the end, I could go start it back over again and play it again, man. It's inspirational music, man, but it's fun. You know what I mean? It's just fun. And that's what I was saying earlier, man. You took that
where
sound.
I go to escape the hard realities.
Wait a second. Sure. I wanna play another song. Hold on. I want to ask you about this one right now. Let's play this one really quick, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth.
I love this.
Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the
thank you, Judy.
Yeah, right. Thanks. That's all that too.
Divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night, oh, holy night, oh, night divine, led by the light of faith serenely beaming, with glowing hearts by this cradle we stand. So led by light of a star sweetly gleaming.
All right, there was a shorter one I played earlier.
I think this is really interesting to play because you do a lot of Easter services and like services I've seen in on your property there. So
this was one of the most, to me, this was the most important record. Joshua knew how important this record was to me, and he came to the studio and allowed me to produce. It was a very sweet and big moment for me, and this is basically me showing off mine and Joshua, and it's me, Joshua, and then 3 female singers, and we're doing this live all at once. This is all one take.
Wow.
And it's one of my proudest moments because our voices are so beautiful together.
They are, man. The harmonies, man.
It
sounds like a giant orchestra.
It does.
It's amazing. I played a different one, I think, earlier, and I was just taken back by it. It was the most.
There's one that has an instrumental backing too. There's one with an instrumental backing.
Wow.
I don't remember.
I think I like the acapella version, man. I think I really like that. I don't know if I would want.
The acapella version is our, like, that's sort of like me finally kind of wanting to go, like, I am serious sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. So it's kind of touching on the services you have on your property, and you go by Father Badass, right?
Yeah,
Father
that's
Badass.
my Instagram handle. That's my
Instagram
handle, but
right.
Reverend Hughes when I'm at home.
Reverend Hughes when you're at home. Father Badass on Instagram.
All right, Father Badass. I love it. We gotta run a commercial and a 420 song.
Awesome.
Let's do the 420 song first because I need to get high.
Awesome.
I'm with you on that.
It's crazy out here right now. As soon as she comes back, let's go to the casino. I want to talk to these guys while we're headed to the
You think you can, but you don't understand. You don't get high like me. You think you can, but you don't understand. You don't get high like me. Elevate, level up, it's a new game. New day, new place with a new name. I see you watching me do things. You can look, but you just can't touch. I'd give you more, but you want too much. You sows and sows want such and such. I got news. You can't fill my shoes. 20 years in the game, I done paid my dues. I've seen all the tricks and done sang the blues. You think you can, but you don't understand. You don't get high like me. You think you can, but you don't understand. You don't get high like me.
This is awesome hanging around in the park after dark.
You don't get high like me. You don't get high like me. You don't get
It's perfect, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
Time's up. Did you do what you wanted? Did you live? Did the kids outweigh the guns? I did. Yes, I did. And the clock's still running. Go for it. Ain't nothing to it. Everybody gonna struggle. Just push right through it. Ain't nobody gonna live your life. You gotta choose. I got news. You can't fill my shoes. 20 years in the game. I done paid my dues. I've seen all the tricks and done sang the blues. You think you can, but you don't understand. You don't get high like me. You think you can, but you don't understand. You don't get high like me. 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 You don't get high like me.
WTHC, happy 420 to everybody out there. We're watching a real quick video over here on the competition that's going on. If you can make a bong out of a gingerbread house and make it work and take a video, post it to Tailored Herbs and Concentrates Facebook page, and you can win that big pretty bong right next to it. Not the pretty girl. The pretty bong.
Not the pretty girl. That would be one hell of a prize, though.
Yeah, that would be a very nice prize.
I would compete for that.
Right? I would build 10 gingerbread men houses.
That's Tailored Herbs and Concentrates in Burnt Church, New Brunswick, Canada. Love you guys.
Burnt Church. Sounds so death metal, man.
There's the bong right there.
Black. It sounds more black metal than... It's like a black metal, like...
So I built a gingerbread house for Christmas, and we were going to film a little thing of it burning, and I poured rubbing alcohol on it. I didn't think anything of it, but the rubbing alcohol seeped through, went inside the gingerbread house, created a bit. So when I lit it, the thing blew up. It was kind of wild.
Oh, that's fucking awesome, man.
Gingerbread house everywhere. Everybody was.
You can do that if you make a gingerbread house, pour rubbing alcohol on it, let it seep through. Then light it with a faraway lighter, and it'll go boom, and it's kind of
a grill lighter. Yeah.
Yeah. No, even further, put a fuse and let it run to it.
Right.
Yeah, that's dangerous shit, man. We need to do our commercials, right? And then we'll be right back. You guys are the best. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We're hanging with Jesse Hughes from Eagles of the Health Metal. Again, Eagles of Death Metal. Crying out loud.
Be an album we make.
Have you ever pondered cannabis beyond the haze? Would you like to know more about this incredible plant? Dive into drhi.com. Unlock medical wonders, master home-based crafts, and debunk myths. Do you support our mission? Shop Dr. Hi AI Haze on Etsy for cannabis-themed clothing, mugs, and digital downloads using original AI cannabis art. Hell, we might even have some psychedelic mushroom items there too. We also have 25 books on cannabis and specific medical conditions available at Dr. Hi on Amazon.com. DrHi.com, cannabis information, education, and advocacy.
Announcing CBGTV's Bud Break book. Get your copy now. Detailed strain reviews. Every purchase supports the ongoing efforts of CBG TV. Available from Amazon and at cbgtv.com or scan the QR code.
Say bye-bye to bottled water. Holistic Health Water has certified medical-grade water ionizers that make 7 types of water, including healthy alkaline. There's a 5-micron filter that lasts up to a year, and each machine lasts 25 to 30 years. Simply attach to your faucet or install under your sink. Even get a mineral spa unit for your shower. Go to ownyourwater.org to get a free ebook. Plus, pay for any machine in full and get an extra filter free. Change your water and change your life. Ownyourwater.org.
Discover the natural path to wellness at Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
Herbs?
With a passion for holistic health, we are your trusted source for premium herbs and concentrates.
Wait a minute, do they have weed?
Our dedicated team is here to guide you on your wellness journey. Open 7 days a week, 10 to 10, ensuring you have access to what you need when you need it most. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates is located
Their pot
2941 Highway 11, Burnt Church, New Brunswick, Canada. If you need assistance anytime,
I need assistance. I need weed.
Just call 506-871-4299. Tailored Herbs and Concentrates.
We're all the potheads.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much. Shout out to all my sponsors. Thank you, everybody, for helping us out. We are hanging. What the hell did you do? You got down there somehow.
Yeah, I don't know what I did.
It wasn't you. It was him, I think.
No, my I had to restart the app while we were at commercials.
You had to restart.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell Garrett, let's not worry about this last commercial break. We'll let MV play a second one somewhere later on. He can throw an extra one in. Let's finish up this last 35 minutes with Jesse so we don't lose any valuable time with him. You want to play another song? I know I wanted to play another song. Let's play another song. Garrett's got one lined up.
Did you guys say you're going to the casino?
Yeah, we're going to head to the casino while we talk. It's going to be awesome, dude.
Hell yeah.
All right. Should we hang out, everybody?
I fucking love this, dude.
So the intro there, just as a little trivia, that's Joshua and I hitting the piano strings with a drumstick.
Nice.
Really?
Hell yeah.
I'll be right. I'm just starting.
Okay.
I came to LA to make rock and roll. Along the way, I had to sell my soul.
And this is Alan Johannes, and that's who this song is about. This is gonna work. Oh wait, no, I got. That works.
I take the city in the dead of night. I'm burning gas.
The song's a little ironic.
LA's been the dream place for many people for many years, man. This song speaks to many people in different ways, I'm sure. You're right, Wally G. That song is super smooth, man. And that's the thing. Road trip music, man. God damn it. You can listen to it on the road. You can listen to it at home. So good, man. Road tripping is my favorite, though,
it's
man.
better to have fun.
Yes,
it's hard
it
to
is.
say no to the fun show. It's better to have fun. So, like with music, for me, life is too serious. Music is a place where you can create things. You can take a bad experience and put it in a song and fucking leave it there.
Yeah. Who do you got with you there? Is that Jen in the back seat?
Yeah, Jen's in the back seat.
What's up, Jay?
We've been road tripping it right now. Jen,
Hell yeah.
the fan base here, say hello. As soon as you guys are in, we're gonna head to the casino. Yeah, we spilled whole drinks back. Dude,
You can listen.
Rock and race and roll.
Yeah, man. Someone said you can listen to it tripping at home. Damn right.
Have you ever heard the joke, what did the deadhead say when the drugs wore off?
What's that?
Fuck, this music sucks.
Hey.
You have a phone number? No, you don't have to play with your phone?
My phone's at like
Oh, bingo.
1%.
Oh, perfect. Look at this.
Oh, nice. You're rolling pro now.
Look at that. That's so my bad.
If I'm being honest with you, it doesn't do that much. It doesn't seem to add that much.
Well, once this light goes out, let's see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is that advisable? Yes, it is. I feel like Dracula.
I like it.
In the desert here, all these casinos popped up. And they're very interesting places, dude. The Indian casinos, because they have their own tribal police.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been to a few tribal casinos, man. They're fun. They're a lot of
I'm trying
fun.
to join the tribal army, but they don't have one yet. Dude, this has been one of the coolest things I've done in a while. I have to tell you that I'm really having such a delightful time with you guys.
Man, I appreciate it. I love hanging out with you, man.
And what a wonderful universe where we can use these mediums where you guys can be where you are and I'm getting in the car. And
I know, right?
That's awesome. With a mirror light, it's like,
With the Instagram mirror, the makeup mirror. Yeah, man, it was super cool like that. Doing it like this, man. It was really an honor when you flew into Memphis with us and hung out, man. That
was an incredible experience, dude.
Yeah, man, I had a lot of fun.
Especially at the time that it happened.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I do, man. It was. When was that? 2019.
It was
that right
when the
before
lockdown
COVID?
had just started to devastate
That's
the
right.
entertainment industry.
It was right when it happened. That's right, because that whole video was dedicated to that cause. I remember that now. Yeah. My memory sort of fades at times, man.
I see one of the text says, "What leads to the name changes?" Well, I was originally J. Devil Hughes when I started, but I got kicked out of my church, and it made my mother she was so mortified. I became Boots Electric. I did it for Mom.
Yeah. You got to do it for Mom. Your mom, by the way, super sweet woman, man. I've had the honor of being able, when you were in town, you would call her and whatnot, man. She's so
My
sweet,
mother-
man. She is so sweet.
She's truly one of the few people that I know that has actually been able to reverse engineer their innocence. And she's done it. She's the kindest person I've ever known. And also at the same time, the strongest person next to Tuesday that I've ever met in my life. I'll leave that up.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So y'all are going out to the casino, to the Indian casino right now? Which one are you going to?
Yeah. Because, when you come back from Arizona to LA, you're on the 10, you're literally, it's just one straight shot and you go through the desert and there's these casinos now and they have bowling alleys and, all these fabulous things. But I really think what they are is like way stations to keep all the blue hairs away from Vegas.
Hell
Spend
yeah,
your
man.
social security checks elsewhere.
No doubt, man. No doubt. So we were just talking about Boots Electric, man. If you don't mind, so you were saying that's where you got the idea for the name. When did you actually start the project, though?
So Joshua and I, right before I got married, he was doing a Desert Sessions, and it was very important to him. We really have been very close best friends for a long time. So he wanted me to do something, and we had been in the back seat of our friend's VW. So the way the whole band started, we were at a bar. A dude put on Winds of Change by Scorpions, but he was acting like it was epic Metallica. So we were kind of laughing at him, and he goes, "What? This is rock and roll." And I went, "No, it's not." And he goes, "Dude, this is fucking a heavy metal." And Joshua went, "No, it's not." And he goes, "This is death metal." And Josh goes, "It's like the Eagles of death metal." So that night, we were like smoking weed in the backseat of a VW, and we were like, what would Eagles of Death Metal sound like? And that's how the band was born. So on 1998, we did Desert Sessions Volume 4. We did 3 songs on that album. That's when it started. But I had no interest in being in a band. I got married, and that was that. So I think you can actually find that. But we have a death metal vocalist. It's pure Eagles of Death Metal.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. So well, when you said, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say, Jesse.
That's the other part of weed.
Oh, no. What I was going to say was, and it has to do with the weed also. So when you were living the square life, man, so were you using marijuana then or at all, or were you like super square?
You know, it's interesting you should say. So the first time I ever smoked weed, I was 29 years old.
Wow.
That would be the first drug I ever took.
Wow, yeah.
I've been drunk maybe 5-6 times in my whole life.
Yeah.
Drinking's just a lot of work for a shitty high on a practical level.
Absolutely.
So, I agree. It's never been one I've really been interested in, but I really did begin, by all intents and purposes, rather late, you know, which I'm grateful for because it has allowed me to pace it at a much better level.
Yeah, man. I mean, I look at myself. I started smoking weed at 12, and a lot of people, you know, I used to argue the fact, oh, it doesn't hinder you, whatever. It can. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny the actual, you know, the negative sides of it when I point out the positive sides of it. Man, it has a lot of positive attributes, but it can seem to unmotivate you at times. That's when I take my tea breaks.
There's definite timing and staging elements to it. Like maybe the human mind, it's better that it gets to this stage of maturity before you add this element. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, they definitely say, you know, you shouldn't start until your brain is fully developed, and you did a much better job than a lot of us. I mean, when it comes to getting your brain fully developed. As far as what Envy said, what did you say?
Fuck, man. I was saying,
I didn't like what you said. That wasn't.
I didn't like what I said. Oh, the negative aspects of it, man. I mean, there's no negative aspects of it,
right,
but it can undermotivate you at times.
Right. And that's what you have to learn is that you can go and you can get a good indica for when you want to be unmotivated, and you can get a decent little sativa for when you need to be motivated. Yeah. And then if you're over motivated, you take some of that indica to bring you back down to unmotivated. You know, you just have to learn your profiles.
I grew up with a lot of kids that smoke weed, and they're just as productive. And you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, if you have good habits, as long as you take the test as stoned as you are when you study, you're going to be fine.
Right.
It's a very good point. So and I know you're a daily smoker, man. So how does it influence you when you're writing music? Do you feel like you write better when you're smoking, or do you feel better when you're?
I'll be honest with you. I really do use it as an additive. So I have a ritual to my daily smoke, and sometimes I'll wait later in the day. Sometimes it depends on what kind of, if I have an actual goal, like if I'm trying to write a certain type of music, I might add or deprive myself of weed. It just, you know, every situation situational. But for the most part, once I get high, I want to listen to music.
Yeah. Well, but that's what causes the influence, though. Don't you agree? Like while you're listening to the music, it's like, man, I want to make something like that. You know?
There's nothing new under the sun. You basically drink it in and then puke it back up, and it's either awesome or it sucks.
Damn right, man. I've been saying that for so long. Like, there's nothing more that can be said, nothing more that can be played. It's all been done. So yeah, it's our own version, our own regurgitation of
that's not even
what
a bad
we've heard.
thing that it's all been done. It simply means that now we have the benefit of being able to choose between that which sucketh and that which doesn't.
Absolutely, man. No, I wasn't saying anything bad about that. I definitely agree with you there, man. It helps us separate the two. We know what good music
because there
is.
are people that really like music that sucks.
There are people who like music that sucks, man. I can't tell you how many times people have come to me and they've like bands that I hate, man, music that I hate, and they're like, "Oh, just give it one more chance and like play the whole fucking album for me." And I'm like, dude, yeah, my opinion has not changed. And this is an unpopular opinion, man.
If anything.
This is an unpopular opinion, but Bob Dylan for me is one of those that I just can't stand, man. I don't know what it is about Bob Dylan.
Thank God. Okay, dude. Oh my God. Listen to me. Please. He's not that great.
He's not great at all.
and this is another one for me. Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people love him, but he's not my boss. Whose boss is he?
No.
He's not the boss.
Right. He's never been my boss. He's the boss of New Jersey. That's it.
Look, I've got a lot of unpopular opinions.
His song "Born in the USA" is talking shit about the USA.
About the USA, I know, right? And so much so that I've heard him say that a few times, man.
Good-natured Americans are.
Oh no, we're getting that desert signal.
Right now, I'm literally driving on the desert path that we would go to a generator party. This is the exact old road, or at some points Queens of the Stone Age, and I just happened to be here by chance.
I love Queens of the Stone Age, man, but I would have loved to have gone to some of those Kaya shows back in the day, man. I know they were
epic. You know, let me give you a little example. We had an old nudist colony that had a pool. It was just a dilapidated foundation. They would light a fire at the base of the deep end. People would skateboard around it. The band would set up in the shallow end. There would be skinheads on one side, Mexican gang members on the other side, us trapped in the middle, and a band playing with no parents. It was like Lord of the Flies.
Sounds like a good time.
But imagine going to Lord of the Flies like it was a resort on purpose.
Right? I bet that was a good time, man. Looking back at it, no, you didn't get hurt. Maybe you did, but you survived.
I didn't get hurt bad.
Yeah. You made it this far, so. Yeah, man, but yeah, I would have loved to have been at some of those shows, man. Just, I loved that whole, that sound that the desert produced, man. It's unlike any other form of rock and roll that exists, man. I mean, I know it was pulled a lot, it has a lot of blues influence. It has a lot of that, metal influence. It's just got
our connections, hold on, I think it's screwed, but you sound like you're singing through an auto-tuner. You sound like fucking Justin Timberlake right now. It's amazing. That's all I'm hearing.
Yes.
He's been working on that's his new,
and we're all on the car going, we're all
being
hypnotized by the blee, blee, blee.
Yeah, I was giving you a preview of my new album, man.
That's his new album he's been working on. Yeah, we can play. Yeah, well, let's play a song.
Yeah, while you guys are driving through the desert, we're gonna play another song, and hopefully when you get there, because you're breaking up a little bit also, man. So just hang tight. We're gonna play "I Love You All the Time," and then come right back, and maybe you'll be in a better area.
Okay, cool. That was amazing. That was like real time, like encoding. Like I needed a scrambler.
Like Antar is live.
So it's awesome. Okay.
No, I didn't know.
wonder what's going on with that signal. Oh, it's only because I got 2 bars. Okay, it'll. We're right on the edge of the desert. Let's go leave my gun.
Johnny Dickinson,
No.
I do like Nazareth.
I know the way around. This is my town. I just love to get to the billionaire zone. We are going to win big and it's amazing. So all this stuff is
Make everything clear. Let's check out the sights. I love you all the time. I'm filled up with pride, a man among guys, a smile on my face, no reason to cry. I love you all the time.
Now you can plug one in. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
See if that works, Jen. See if that works, Jen.
I think I heard. See that great casino in the distance there? A ray of hope at night. It's hot water casino. It looks like somebody's telling you how it
Tell him, Judy.
I love this song.
Me too.
Station you're listening to.
Oh, now I can hear you. Dude, you sounded like it was such an auto-tune moment. Dude, I think I want to produce a soul album with you.
Yeah, man. I think it was that desert signal, man. You were driving through that stretch
Dude,
right there that just didn't.
It was encoding. It was like, what is this? Encryption?
It was like Antares Live.
Yeah, do we?
Antares Auto Tune Live.
Well,
or true form.
From the Philippines, welcome in, Kelly.
Hey,
Hello.
what's going on, Kelly? From the Philippines. We will keep blazing. Thank you. Yeah, man. So you did say you guys are writing a new album, and I'm curious about that, man, because you got, what's the last album you've put out? What year was that? Was that
I guess that was like,
shit.
it's been 7 years since we put out a record.
7 years for an album? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say like 5, but 7 years, man.
You know, and that's how long it was before we put out the album before that. So
yeah,
it's kind of an interesting cycle in a lot of ways. You know, we don't really need to put out an album to tour, which is kind of a beautiful, beautiful thing.
You're right, man. So that was gonna bring me back though to the United States touring, man. I haven't seen you guys I see you all the time over in the Netherlands and in France and Germany and all this, man. But I haven't seen you here in so long. And I know so many people would show out to that, even at like a music festival, you know?
You know, we've done a few small things here and there, right? But
yeah,
I'm at the casino, my friends, just so you know, we made it.
Yes.
I'm glad you got there safe.
Oh, of course. And with you as my source of power and luck, we are going to win big on
All right.
one big. I'm going to bet it all. I'm going to bet my entire mortgage. I'm just
No, not me.
Don't put your luck on me, man.
No, but you know, even though we haven't put out a record since like whatever, 7 years ago, the Eagles of Death Metal have done the covers album. We did the score to Super Troopers 2, the Christmas album. You know, I'm constantly sort of staying busy, but Joshua and I look at the Eagles albums too as a way for us to, it's like the best time you can ever have. It's those moments where you really understand that you're able to live the dream. I love this man more than you can understand. And, you know, I just went to some of the Queen shows for this tour, and it's amazing how good they are.
Yeah, dude, they are so good.
It's incredible how good they are. And this new album is incredible, especially if you understand or consider like what he was going through and what was happening. And then you're able to use it as like a key code to
reference to the
lyrics.
To the life story.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, I had the privilege of seeing them when they first started. They played at the New Daisy in Memphis. Maybe it wasn't when they first started, but it was back when the Rated R album came out. And,
right. Which is such a genius album because
it's such a
he
genius
named
album.
it Rated R, so it was the only album without a parental advisory sticker.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
There's always a loophole.
But then I saw them later on in life, was what I was getting at, man. I saw them later on in life in their career, and man, they were just as good. It's like they didn't start off as a shitty band and then become a good band. They were always a fantastic band, man. The sound was always trapped. It enveloped you in like this sound orb almost,
Siren,
man.
like very melodic,
it really is.
heavy, like two things that don't really ever actually combine.
Not that well. People have tried it, man, and since then, I mean, they've inspired a lot of musicians, man. But even in that, the heavier realm, you know, there's very few who can capture that same essence that they do and hold on to it for so long, dude. They've been playing for so long, dude. And I mean, Kaya's had that vibe also for me, man. That granted, they were a little more stoner and more metal, but
this is why Joshua is such a rarity, is because he is the real deal. He's a true virtuoso, if you will, of in the musical sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the longevity, that's an incredible feat. For Queens of the Stone Age, you know, they've been around more than 20 years. Every single album is a solid slammer. Every single album has demonstrated a linear advancement in the quality and in the technique. All these things. He's become a master of studio. I mean, he's, in my opinion, at the height of the game.
Absolutely. But dude, this is what I'm saying is I think you're right there too, man. I know you are. And to not be able to see you out there playing, man, it's like, gosh, like I'm kind of jealous. Like I want to fly over to France or fly over to, you know, Belgium or wherever you guys are playing in New Zealand. I'll take the flight, man, at this point. So I'm hoping
making a new record means for certain it will be a tour.
A new tour. Yeah.
And
man.
we've been itching, you know, leave them wanting more is kind of my theory. And in a way, Europe has just been so hungry for us.
Yeah, they have, man. You guys are packing the houses. Every time I see the live shows and they show the crowd, I'm like, God bless, that place is packed, man.
We just finished a sold-out tour of Europe and Australia. I mean, and like I said, we haven't put out an album in 7 years. That doesn't happen often.
Well, see, I didn't know the two of you were still writing music together, man, like that. I didn't know that's how y'all still conducted the writing process. So that's really interesting. And now I don't mind that it's every 7 years because you don't want to oversaturate that that vibe you guys have. You know what I mean?
Itself is its own thing. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
more like, it really is more of a mutual celebration of all things rock and roll. We're just the conductors.
Absolutely. No, absolutely, man. And I mean, but you can hear this in y'all's music, man, because you can hear where you're getting, like when you're listening to an Eagles of Death Metal album, for sure, you can hear like the different, where you're grabbing from here and you're grabbing from there. You know what I mean? And you're using it to create, you're using different techniques from like, you know, Parliament to the Rolling Stones to just whatever you guys are thinking of at the moment and kind of just like pushing it together. And it really makes this like amazing vibing sound, man, that, I mean, dude, I've heard so many people like, yeah, dude, I fucking love Eagles of Death Metal. And then they're like the other people who are like, oh, I don't listen to Screamo. And it's like, no, dude, you don't understand what this is. So I'll play them a few songs and everyone is always like, Oh wow, that's not what I expected, man. That's like totally up my alley, you know?
I might have been one of those guys that said I don't listen to screamo. I might not have used that term, but
Do you see the background behind me now? Look at this.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's like special effects. This
Yeah,
is
man. That's the casino you guys are at? Nice.
Like I said, I'm going to go in. I've got the Suns
Yeah, man.
money, and I'm going to bet it on one wild hand.
I do wish you luck on that, man.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But if they have the Wheel of Fortune machine, I might put.
Yeah, you might fuck around with it a little bit. Yeah, no doubt, man. I use those. My buddy, you remember Ricky, right?
Yeah.
Ricky, right? So he,
dude, Ricky.
Yeah.
The cast of characters, my friend, that I met are beautiful and are movie worthy, my friend.
Yeah, man. I'm really happy to have been involved with that with you guys. But yeah, he'll go into these casinos, man. He knows which machines to play. Something about a double buffalo or something, man. And he'll go in and play this shit and walk out with $12,000 and call it a night. $20,000 and call it a night. I never win.
A lot of shit.
Yeah, man. He knows more than he lets on. That's for sure.
You don't have any longevity of any sort in anything unless you're, at least a little bit smart.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, fuck.
I'm
screwed.
Why?
I got no smarts and no longevity.
No,
no smarts and no longevity. No. My wife says the same thing.
Been the worst blowjob is still amazing.
Yeah. Well, you know how it is, man. Listen, brother, I don't want to keep you. I know you got everybody waiting, man. I appreciate you having hung out with us though for 2 hours, bro. We've been here for 2 hours.
I can't thank you enough, Jesse. I will put you down for Monday. Are we good for Monday?
Good for Monday. It's in my calendar, my friend.
All right.
Nice.
Awesome. I will see you Monday morning.
You will get highly educated that day, my friend.
Yes. Bring your blunts. We're going to get high. And we're going to help you. We'll be able to help you for sure. Have a great night. Yeah, you're breaking up, buddy. We love you. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you to Jesse of Eagles of Death Metal. Thank you guys so very much. Mwah. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you again. Peace.
Jesse, hang out with us for a minute, man, if you don't mind. Peace, everybody.